I thought last night that the president gave real evidence to my contention that he starts this year stronger than he started last year. I think what happened last year was a clear understanding that the president intends to be running toward the finish line, not walking toward the finish line. He intends to be fully engaged in this process and do everything he can to shape the process over the next year. Also, the lesson of last year was that, frankly, the Democrats have a majority, but they don't have one-party rule here. And only when the Democrats reached out and worked with the Republicans did things happen last year. And frankly, the legislation we're taking to the floor today on a stimulus package indicates that pattern can work and can continue to work as long as the majority wants it to. When you reach out and say, here are the guidelines, let's see what we can put together. We're going to have a 2-hour debate today and a vote where I believe a significant vote from both parties to send a bill to the Senate that sends a real message to the Senate. On FISA, it would be nice to see that same kind of cooperation. For well over a year now, we've been talking about the need for a permanent Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act that just simply meets the standards of the 1978 bill. This is not difficult to do. It's just difficult to agree that it needs to be done, apparently. Democrats now don't want to walk away from the bill that none of them voted for on the 1st of August, but we still can't get a permanent solution. We're going to be continuing to work for that. There is no reason to continue to drag this out. A very good point was made in the conference this morning that under the current law, there's tremendous protection for Americans or anybody else in the United States. In fact, under the current law, if the greatest terrorist we know, Osama bin Laden, we knew to be in a hotel room in the United States, we couldn't tap his phone without a warrant. We could listen to him any way we can overseas under the current law, and we should be able to. There's plenty of protection here for Americans in America. This is about whether we're going to listen to our enemies overseas or not. It's time to come to a final conclusion that includes the kind of protection that the telephone companies and other communications providers need, and we need to move forward with that. And to talk about that more, Lamar.